If your photos don't look the way you imagine, it's probably not your camera. I know that sounds harsh, but after 14 years of shooting, I've learned one thing: new gear rarely makes you a better photographer. What actually does is learning how to see. Everyone loves golden hour, but if you only know how to shoot in good light, you're missing half the game. So today I want to share a few ways to improve your street photography without spending a single dollar. Things that help me grow when I stop blaming my gear. Most photographers start too far away. I did this for years. It just feels safe. But the best shots happen when you get close enough to feel the scene. You start capturing emotion, texture, and real moments. If you're nervous, begin small. Photograph hands, reflections, or silhouettes. Details that are still close but less confrontational. With time, you'll build confidence, and that's when your photos start to have presence. Everyone talks about composition, but light is what creates mood. Most people only shoot during golden hour because it is easy. But if you only know how to shoot in good light, you're missing half the game. Learning to shoot in bad light makes you a better photographer, and it also gives you a lot more opportunities to go out and shoot. So let's start with harsh light. The kind everyone avoids. This is actually the best time to learn control and discipline. Look for shadows. They create depth and shape. Try framing your subjects inside a shadow, or use them to lead the eye through the frame. So expose for highlights. Don't let your camera balance everything out. This kills contrast. Expose for the bright areas and let the rest fall into shadow. That's where drama lives. There are different ways to do this. Most cameras have a highlight priority. I use auto exposure lock to do this, and you can watch one of my videos on this subject after this one to see how I do this. But basically what we want to do is to keep the highlights and bright parts crisp and controlled. Don't want them to blow out, so don't let your camera balance everything out, because that kills contrast. In street photography, you can't direct people, but shifting your position relative to the light can create silhouettes, rim lights, or highlight separation naturally. It can be a subtle move that instantly adds mood and shape to your shot. So in street photography, you cannot control bounce light, but you can still stay aware of it. Notice how colors and light bounce off nearby surfaces and use that awareness to decide where to stand or when to shoot. Like grass casts green color, bricks can add warmth, and white walls can bounce a soft, clean tone to your subjects. Once you start noticing this, you'll never see light the same way again. And if you do street portraits, this can be even more important to be aware of. This can apply to a lot of things, but try to simplify what you are doing. The stronger the light or the busier the frame, the cleaner your composition might need to be. So stick to one subject, one shape, one story. In street photography, you cannot move your subject, but you can move yourself. Look for simple backgrounds, walls, pavements, or shadows, and wait until someone steps into that space. Working like this, you can try to use the chaos as texture and not as a distraction. So flat light, don't worry. It's a chance to lean on composition. Use color, contrast, and layers to create depth. Something close, something mid, and something far. Even when the light is dull, this gives your photo dimension and storytelling power. You can get lucky sometimes, but great street shots come from predicting, not reacting. Watch the rhythm of people, how light moves, where movements might happen. It's like fishing. You wait for the right second. So try staying at one location for 15 minutes. Don't chase anything. Observe when something finally falls into place. It feels completely different, like you earned it. So improvement doesn't come from new gear. It comes from awareness, how you move, and what you notice, and how patient you are. So shoot more, edit less, watch how light behaves, and next time you're tempted by the new lens, go outside instead. Because the truth is, you don't need better gear, you just need to use what you already have better. If you like this video, please remember to subscribe and give a thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Take care, guys, and I will see you around. Boy.
I'm the biggest in the game, I'm the one they talk about. Everybody know my name, my resume is loud.